Hey everybody, this will be part 3 of the grayscale dragon that I've been working on. There is a part 1 and part 2, and I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit so you can see what we have so far. Today we are going to be working on this jawline right here and underneath the eye. So get your pencils ready, get your paper stumps and your blending medium. This is going to be really fun. I've been enjoying it. And just in case you are wondering, I do practice my technique and what I'm going to show you guys, so I don't mess it up and then mess you guys up if you're following along. So today you are primarily just going to need your Indothrone blue. You're not really going to need any of the other colors that we've used out here. When I get to a certain point, I will pause it. I don't do the fast forward thing, mainly because I'm not technology savvy, I guess, so I don't know how to do the speed up thing. So we're going to start with the Indothrone blue, and just like on the rest of it, we're going to start with these dark shadowed areas. As I've explained on the grayscale videos before, part of the purpose of these, for me anyway, is to learn where I need to shade. And there is a lot of people in my group and a lot of viewers that do ask about that. So that's what we're going to work on today. And I did get this image off Pinterest. I believe in the first video I showed you who I got it off of. I think it was Clurin Volvacinine. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to outline this bottom lip where the darker gray is. Like so. And I hope you guys can see what's going on here. This is going to be fun. I think y'all will like it. And you can see there's a little bit of shadow going on right here. So we're going to fill that in. And there's a little bit going on right here. Make sure your pencil's sharp. And your paper stump, you're going to want to get those to a point. And on those paper stumps, you can use them on your sandboard to get them clean. And if there's like a little fuzzy tip, kind of like a Q-tip, just take some scissors and clip that off. Because you're going to want, what we're going to end up doing is this throughout all these little lines. And when you use your paper stump, it needs to be sharp. And you are going to use a smaller paper stump. Again, we're following these highlights. See how it kind of fades in here, so let up on your pressure just a tad. And then in here, we're going to come and bring this out. Bring it out from here. But we're going to leave this little area right here because it's not shaded in. So you have to envision that's where the light is hitting the jawline, just like right in here. So when I come over here, I'm going to darken in. Oh, you are going to need your white for that highlight, but you're going to darken in this little area and lighten up on your pressure as you pull it out. Go ahead and darken in the shadows between his teeth. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do the teeth yet. Okay, now I'm gonna get my paper stump and my blending medium. I used the Windsor Newton Blending and Glazing medium. Gamsol works for this as well. I know that's a favorite of a lot of people. So I'm gonna come in here and just go ahead and push that color down into the tooth of the paper. And I do print on cardstock. This is not regular computer paper, so it's not expensive. You can go to your office supply store or Walmart and get a big package of it. I want to say I paid about $10 for maybe 200 sheets. See what happens when you lighten that pressure up and then you use your blending medium? Your color is going to be lighter in that area. I'm not going to quite go all the way with it. I like the white in there. Now one thing you can do to define the difference right here, and I have done that more over here in the scale area, which I didn't put in my video, but you can come in with black and just trace that outline. It doesn't look like it's doing very much, but I promise it is. You'll see. Okay, so let me get a little bit in here for the next part. And oops, I forgot this little area here. You'll see why I'm dragging this color out along here in just a minute. It's just quicker this way. Okay. Get your pencil sharpened because it's going to be a little bit dull. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, this is, I use Prisma color. So for this next part, you're going to come in and outline the different scales here. And I come in where there's little triangles here and darken in that whole area. Sometimes I give some curvature to one or two of the scales so it doesn't look like uniformed lines. So like these little areas I will color in like gaps between the teeth. Like that. And here in a second I'm going to go on pause so you don't have to sit here and watch me trace every single one of these lines. Okay, so we're back. Now I've got all of these little individual lines in here traced. And I didn't want to shade in under the eye without you guys, so I'm going to come back in here where it's at its darkest point. Give it its definition. Remember to lighten up on the pressure of your pencil as that gray lightens up. you don't have to follow this to the T. You do what feels comfortable to you, and you use what colors, you know, feel comfortable. You know, if you want to do your dragon green or red or, you know, whatever color you guys want. I haven't decided how I'm going to do the eye just yet, so I'm just going to leave that alone right there. And now comes the fun part. Okay, so for the next part, I am using a smaller paper stump than what I normally use because I need that smaller tip. And again, if you sharpen this on your sandpaper and you feel like a little fuzzy on the end, you're going to want to clip that off. We don't want that in there. Dip your paper stump. And you're going to go into each line. Trace it if you want on each area. You're going to pull this color up from all the dark areas. And you do this by light pressure, not dark. You're not going to scribble it in like you do with this down here. Light pressure. And you can always go back and add more pressure for scales that you want darker, but it's hard to take it away if you just go dark from the beginning. That's why I say go light. So see, that's not quite as dark as I want it, so I can pull some color from the lines that give the definition of each scale. Thing is, you want to make sure that you get the blending medium. You want to do the lines. So you can either do those individually first and then come back and do this, but you know, either way works. You see how that's getting super light? I don't care for it that light. I want it a little bit darker. You have to dip your paper stump a few times. Now what I'm gonna do is, as I'm going along with this, I want it to be a little bit lighter through here, so it kind of gives it that light hitting the jawline. I like this because you're using the same color, but you're giving it multiple tones. And if you see, like if you go over a part and you see little white dots, it's the tooth of the paper where it goes over those little valleys or mountains that are in the paper, then you can just go right back in and just push a little harder. streaky in there. Notice that, then just use some, dip your paper stump back in your stuff, and then just kind of go over it a little lighter to blend those streaks. Let's see how that looks to you guys. Yeah. Okay. Hate that noise. I'm not really digging this. I like that a little better. What do you guys think? See how that creates a highlight there without actually having to add white or sky blue to it. So you guys get the general idea on these scales down here. So I'm going to get my bigger paper stump and work up here a little bit and show you guys. I just love how that pigment comes out whenever you add this stuff to it. Now I know that people have used this blending medium on multiple different pencils, but I think there's one or two pencils out there that somebody said that it didn't work very well on. I want to say those Carnet, I don't know how to pronounce it, Carnet something. See how that creates the fade up. You're going to have your dark area down here where the grayscale picture put it, and then as you come up, it's going to look like the light is hitting that part of his eye. And if you find that you've kind of taken away from some of the individual lines here and you want to darken those back up with your pencil, that's fine too. You can go right back in there and do that. it's all about the pressure. Wherever you want the lighter areas, you lighten up on that paper stump. Darker areas, you just push a little harder. And if you want it even darker, then you can go right back in with your pencil, like I was just saying. Okay, let's see. Another thing about these paper stumps is if you're working in these darker areas, like this, and you want to go lighter, but your paper stump seems to be dark, no matter what you do, you can just go like that and get some of that color off the tip. Okay, I'm going to come right back in here. A few of these are not quite as dark as I want them now. Especially down in here. And since we've come this far, I'm just going to go ahead and finish these up. A little too much on it that time. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I have a Facebook page where I post all my videos, and I also post links to the materials that I use in these videos. It's a great group of women and men, lots of beginners, lots of intermediate, and a few advanced people that enjoy giving tips and helping out. My coloring book reviews are on that page as well. And there's a few other ladies in the group that have blogs where they do book reviews and post it in that group. And the link to that Facebook page is going to be down in the description box of this video. So if you're interested, go ahead and click it. And it is a closed group, so whatever you post will not show up on your newsfeed to your family and friends. Let's see what else. Oh, in my other videos where I have my color charts that, you know, for each brand of pencil, pen, marker, fine liner, whatever, there's a PDF and a Excel spreadsheet list for you guys to keep track of what you have, what you don't have. put your colors on there, kind of like a swatch, so you can pick your colors without having to scribble all over the paper every single time. So let's see, how does that look? Yeah, I think that's coming along nicely. What do you guys think? See if I can zoom out a little bit for you. Maybe take this over here because I taped it down. So that's where we're at today, and I think the next video I'm gonna come in and do the outer side of the eye and these up here, the horn. So I hope you guys follow. Bye.